What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven once again with some Once Upon a Galaxy, continuing my coverage of Candy Lar's new captains. And for today, we are going to play with Sensei. Now, I have actually played a few games with Sensei, and I think I kind of know what makes him tick, but there are some interesting interactions that come up, and I do think that I like to start off picking up something with exactly one attack. I like to play sort of a mini game with Sensei while I can, where basically I like to try to see how many things I can pump up with his ability. I'll read it real quick. Each fight your lowest attack characters get +1 attack, then improve this ability by +1 attack. And I think that there's different things here to get excited about. Most players would probably get excited about the fact that this ability is going to scale, so you can improve this ability by +1, and by the end of the game, you're giving your lowest attack character +10 or more attack, depending on how long your games get. However, I think the most exciting part of this ability text here is this, the S that is in parentheses, because if you have multiple cards with the same starting lowest attack, they will both receive that buff. So I kind of like to play a game where I see how many things I can buff up with Sensei and really get a lot of value in the early game by pumping up as many things on the board as possible. Now, here we don't get to pick up another 2, but that's the reason I like to start with a bunch of 1s, because then in the next shop you can potentially pick up a few 2s. I'm gonna go for Puss in Boots though here, so that way I could maybe find another 2 in this shop, and I don't, but I also kind of do. So because I'm going to give a card +2 attack this turn, I can also just pick up a 0, and now I will have 3 2s going into the next turn, into turn 3, and I will try to keep it going for a little bit longer there. I have also pumped up a slot, so that could be a weird thing for us, and I can put +1/+1 on this mysterious egg, which I am going to go for. We'll see if that makes for some weirder math going forward too. Right now, everything in the front line has 1. If I take this Pan's Shadow, then I'm making everything in the front line 4, which is interesting. I might wind up cutting this Pix, but I'll take the Pan's Shadow for now. Okay, well now I've got a bunch of 4s. If I could give this Pix +2/+2, and there are ways to do that. Okay, maybe this is not a lost cause yet. Wow, okay, this does not quite... What I needed to do was find the spell that gives it +1/+1 and makes it silver, but maybe now I could find a candy spell that just gives it +1. No, I find Big Teeth, and I also find the gold mysterious egg. Well, I definitely want the gold mysterious egg, and now I have, yeah, the magic acorn probably isn't going to do too much for us. The gold ring is similar. I think that we're just going to have to settle for only Pix getting pumped up this turn. Wait, no, that's not true. I can also pump up the Dragonling. Oh, if I do something weird... I can pump up the Dragonling. Okay. You know what? Actually, yeah, I have to not have the Pix be supporting anything. That's fine. We'll do it. It seems fun. I just like seeing how many things I can pump up on the board. But one thing that you do have to be mindful of as well, at some point, you basically, I feel, just have to start ignoring your captain power completely. Because if you really continue to care about it, rather than, like, it's tempo, it's good. It got us to 2.5 hearts on turn 4 with a golden mysterious egg, right? Like, we're doing good stuff this game. I might not have wanted the carving fork either. Carving fork can get really awkward on this captain. Okay, what are we going to have to do now in order to solve this? We have the Dragonling and the Puss in Boots. Okay, I think what we do now is we just put picks right here, which is very strange. But I think that's what we want to do with this. We could also replace the picks with anything else, and we will give everything +4 attack this turn. Yeah, it's really strange pumping up slots, and even if we replace this picks here, we are just going to wind up having something that has more attack still. So what do I want to go for? I'm not sure. I'm not going to stress about it too much. Let's just take this and then take another Twinkle Twinkle. Sure, maybe we can make something else line up interestingly. If we take Jack Frost here, no, it actually has slightly too much attack. Daughter of Athena would have an appropriate amount of attack now. Sure, okay. We're going to have to do some more retooling in a moment because this mysterious egg is going to hatch, but I do just find this minigame fun, and here's what's happened. We've gotten to this stage of the game with a golden epic card from our dragon egg hatched, and we've only lost 1 heart, so like maybe that's something interesting. Now I can move Jasmine Dragon into this slot or this slot. Honestly, I probably want to toss the Puss in Boots or put it like here or something, because it is making these puzzles a little bit tricky to figure out. This character comes with, we did see it already in one of the shops and I just rolled past it immediately. I have to cut it from the Sensei deck, but it comes with Barbossa in the starting deck. And another great example is we just saw Snowball. I think that you really don't want any cards that scale when you are playing this captain, because it just makes the minigame of trying to pump as many things as you can a lot tougher to accomplish. But here I'm going to pick up 3 bags. That will give me a Jasmine Dragon, 2 more bonus shops, which is good. We could probably go for the ticking time top here. I think that I've gained a lot of stats already. Baby Bear is fine to do. Oh, the Dragonling also just got pumped up. So are we going to cut the Dragonling now? Yeah, probably. But I don't really... Oh, no, no, no. Look at this. Down came the rain. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. Now we have Blackjack, which we could cut the Dragonling for. And honestly, that seems like a lot of fun too. It's pretty good with Jasmine Dragon. I don't think I have any interest in the Puss in Boots and just further complicating this board. I will frontline the Blackjack here though, like this. Cool. And then I think let's just grab some more full bags. Why don't we? Wand of Anger, Lesser Mimic, Lucky Chest. Let's go for... I mean, I'm not super close to turn 7 and... well, even turn 9 and to try to find a secret rare out of this. Let's just go for Lesser Mimic, I think. Oh, that does pump up the Blackjack. Oh, bummer. Okay, well, maybe we can sort that out next turn. Oh, right, I did need to play that in the front. Okay, maybe we'll sort that out next turn. Maybe we won't, but we'll just backline the Blackjack for now and try to pump some things up. I'm a little bit tired right now as well, which might not be the best time to try playing this captain, but I'm going to see what we can get up to. We could grab a Mr. Fox here and probably just move away from some of the other things that we've got going on in the board. I think now is a great time to just like pivot out of all of this stuff and just try to play the best comp that we can. I think that I'm going to start to pivot over to that strategy. Maybe I'll just cycle through an Ember here, though, and then we are pumping up the Mr. Fox. We are giving it +6 attack, so it is going to align with the Daughter and the Puss in Boots here. Not quite with the Blackjack, but maybe we could make it all come together. Still, Jasmine Dragon going to give us a pair of bonus shops, and a commenter let me know this recently, but the Jasmine Dragon is like really, really good with Blackjack because it gave me 2 bonus shops in combat, and then again 2 more bonus shops in the shop phase. So that seems really, really good. Puss in Boots, I am very tired with. I've grown tired. Oh, but it works there? I probably don't want to mess with it, though, to be totally honest. If I pick up a treasure, that will expend my Lesser Mimic, so I don't really want to do that. Let's just cycle through Pan's Shadow here. And then I could throw the Looking Glass on something, but I don't want to. So I'm going to cycle through Scar. And then probably just cast Grodo on Blackjack. I am certainly in the market for a True Love's Kiss. Sugar and Spice. Nah, let's complete the... Oh, that also completes that. But we can use that for a Potion of Treasure Finding, which is pretty good. Or a Secret Map. We're certainly getting to turn 12 this game. I think this has more high roll potential. They both do. Let's go for this, because if I wind up getting 2 more treasures in combat and then 2 treasures out of combat, I think we are going to slowly convert to dragons here as well. But just if I wind up picking up a bunch of treasures along the way, then I can... I might take Boon Willow here still. Yeah, I'll just pump up my back slots and do this, I think. Oh, I could do this too. No, this is fine. I forgot what I was going to say. If I wind up getting a bunch of bonus shops, what did I want to do with a bunch of bonus shops? Oh, I could pick up a Scarecrow and then potentially get through it all in one turn. So that's kind of exciting. I will just cycle through a White Whale here. 25 is an interesting number. Yeah, I can't imagine that I hit that, though, in any capacity. Oh my gosh, I hit it. Okay, there we go. Maybe having all of these different random shop buffs is an interesting angle to play with this captain. I will say I am kind of interested in picking up an Angelica. And I think I do want to do that. Can we get it to be exactly in line with everything else? I don't think so. So I'm just going to grab a common treasure here for free. Robin Hood's bow. I do see that we have some pretty good hunters. But Blackjack Jasmine Dragon is just such a good combo. Yeah. I mean, I like Over the Rainbow going into turn 9. I like Innkeeper with the Mr. Fox and the Jasmine Dragon of it all as well. But I'm just going to grab this. And then I'm just going to grab this. Okay, now have I lined it up so that, like, next turn I can make it so that everything has the same attack? Possibly, but not going to stress about it. Just going to go for this, and Mr. Fox will not grab the hunt. Blackjack will also not stick around, so this fight was a bit of a bust for me. Do we lose? No, we tie, so not the worst thing in the world. We just don't get that many bonus shops, which on turn 9 was something I was looking forward to. This turn we get +9. We'll figure it out next turn if we can get everything in alignment. I'm not going to go for that big teeth. I'm just going to cycle through Ember. We could certainly grab a Jabberwocky just so that way we have a kissable target here. Oh, I don't think I had an Angelica bonus there, but I might have. I might have just thrown that away. Jabberwocky is also a fine thing to be pumping up with our captain power, and they're close to being in alignment with each other. Let's just take this so that way we have our True Love's Kiss target, if nothing else. Definitely want to grab a free treasure here with nothing else looking good. Friar Tuck for another shot at bonus shops is not crazy. We could toss the Fox. I'm just going to cycle through Dragonling though for now. And then Abracadabra, let's find that True Love's Kiss. No, we find a double and double. Might just have to go for the double and double here. I'm fine with pumpkin spice latte. I like these other things becoming gold potentially too, but pumpkin spice is always good. And then I will grab another free treasure and another free treasure. Oh, this will exhaust the locked chest. I don't think I want to go for that. Okay, I won't. Ooh, wait a minute. There might be something here. 34 and 34. We found it. Okay, that is worth playing for, I do believe. And I don't think there's any other alignment that gets it done, unless there is like... No, because this is my biggest slot. So the Jabberwocky would have to go here. And then, yeah, the Fantastic Fox has to go right there. Okay, but still cool that we were able to find some slots where all of these things could align. I'm not sure if that's worth it. That's where some things get tricky, and honestly, you probably shouldn't play with any slot buffs, but maybe now I'm coming around to playing with some slot buffs on Sensei, but I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure. I'm just going to cycle through Titania here. It is good on Blackjack, but I don't want to pick anything else up and mess with this other beautiful concoction that we have. I do get both of my hunts, despite having my hunting cards in slightly strange positions based off just what other things they could find. I do think a Conan might make a really nice addition to this board. That is something that I have to wrestle with right now. Oh, Jabberwocky is now never getting the Sensei pump again, so Mr. Fox and Blackjack are, and can they get it together? No, I don't think I can get it together here. Ironcast is actually coming close to getting pumped up alongside Mr. Fox, though. How about this? Okay. Puts Mr. Fox in a terrible, terrible spot. And honestly, I'm thinking of cutting Ironcast Dragon anyways for this Conan, because then I could find a trio of secret rare treasures, and I think we have enough health to do that. So this is, I think, a great example, and I love the minigame. Don't get me wrong. I love trying to pump up as many characters as I can and getting distracted by this, but I think this is a great example of we should no longer be getting distracted by this at this point in the game, and we should be trying to find other ways to elevate this comp and high roll. I've talked about this a number of times in my Once Upon a Galaxy videos and my Storybook Brawl videos and other games that I've played, where you try to use your tempo as leverage to find additional ways to high roll and just keep going along that pattern. Get ahead, use that to pursue other weird avenues, and then use that to get ahead, etc., etc. And I think now's a good time to do that by taking Conan, and what do I want to replace is a tricky question here, because I do like the Ironcast Dragon, but I think it is time for it to go, potentially. I could just toss the Mr. Fox. I like the chances of the bonus shops, though, still with the Mr. Fox, so I'm not going to give up on that dream, and that's very close. Oh, that's so close. I can make both of these 42, but the Conan needs one more point on it. That is a bummer. Now, here's something else I can do. I can grab Oberon. That will mean that this pumps Oberon, but then Oberon's giving plus 22 to my front two slots, which is, you know, probably just better, right? So I think I will grab Oberon here and toss Mr. Fox. Or I could toss the blackjack and do it like this. All right, let's go like this. Pirate King, not going to be super useful. All hands on deck, +6/+4. That could help Conan activate here. This would consume my locked treasure chest, so I don't think I want that. Mixo Macho is fine on a number of things here. I think I'm going to use it on Conan, though. And then I might want to move Conan to the front slot. No, I'll keep it in slot 2. Let's see. Okay, works out. That was their biggest slot, actually. Conan is going to get basically 1/3 of the way to completion, and we tie this fight. You can't really ask for a better result than that. I find a treasure. I did still keep a mage. I was paying attention to that. So we can still cast our Eurekas on the Jabberwocky. Conan with... Oh, Conan's so close. Let's look for a True Love's Kiss here, I think. I will simply cinnamon roll. Conan needs an additional +10 here in order to activate this turn, or it needs to get in a pair of fights. Yeah, let's just meet something in a tavern. Maybe that was wrong. I'm just going to cycle through that. I think it probably was wrong. Okay, Long John Silver does not put that many more stats on the board, but like, neither does Concentrating, right? I'll just cycle through this. That's fine. Peter Pan. Didn't even read Fudge, to be honest. Licorice is pretty powerful, but my candy bonuses are pretty low here. Down Came the Rain, +5/+5. Okay. We're getting very close to having Conan become active. +6. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll get Conan there. And I will just pump up this slot. And then Oberon will put this up to 117. So it does get to complete its treasure. Oh, it got even bigger than that somehow. Oh, the Trident of the Tides. Awesome. I wind up only losing half a heart this fight, and now I get to pick up 3 secret rare treasures. And that is how I play Once Upon a Galaxy, baby. Oh, I also find a mysterious map. So we are doing everything. We are also going to make everything. We're going to take a World Shrub, a Trifork, a Ring of Power. We're going to have more bonus shops this turn. We're going to grab a Big Bad Wolf here as well, which will actually be our lowest attack character, which is kind of crazy. We can cut Conan, keep Mr. Fox, sure, and then we can immediately silver the Big Bad Wolf. That feels good. There's the Scarecrow. That will also earn us secret rare treasures. Maybe could have gone for it, maybe should have. Give a character +14/+14. Not exactly sure what I want to do with this. Because if I put it on the Big Bad Wolf, I don't know the ordering for Sensei and Oberon. Let's just do this, though. Let's just make sure the Big Bad Wolf can hunt and put as many pumps on that as we can. We could take a Shipshape Inspector here. It would end the turn, though, which I don't love. So instead, we are just going to swap out Mr. Fox for a Shadowmancer or the Jabberwocky. I think we're doing enough fun stuff here that we can afford a Shadowmancer. We're actually not in the top 3 of this lobby yet, so we have got a little bit of a game left to play. Shadowmancer is going to stick around, but not going to achieve the hunt. Mr. Fox will. That steals a sword and heals me up as we win that fight on turn 12. This is a free treasure, and it's a free 3 treasures, and then I will get more treasures from Jasmine Dragon. I do still think I like the Mr. Fox. We're just going to swap this in for Oberon temporarily here. That gives me a Melody's Loot, Big Brass Cannonballs, and Excalibur because all of my questing treasures are 2 higher. This steals 2 random treasures from your opponent. That's pretty wacky. I mean, so is this. Why is this so high? Why is this so high? Oh, because all of my stuff is candy. Oh, wow. This cannot be my first time getting World Shrub, but I did not realize before that everything becoming candy is so ridiculous. So Wizard of Oz is really, really good when it becomes candy because you're not scaling this number, you're scaling this number. This is getting pumped up +7 from your candy bonuses, which gives it a really, really big number. Yeah, I want it. We've got to take it. I'm going to grab the Wizard of Oz here. It's just such a big number. Okay, we wind up finding it again, which makes me feel like I didn't need to just grab it, but I'm happy with this. And now we have Angelica, and we could start to make really, really big shops. Enough that, this would be crazy, but I could cut Jasmine Dragon. I don't think I've ever cut Jasmine Dragon before. I don't want to. I'm going to cut Shadowmancer, but I'm going to pick up Angelica, and I'm going to immediately triple Wizard of Oz after picking it up this turn. I could also grab Pirate King, which will give me 3 more secret rare treasures. Sure, let's try that for a moment too. Because it's not like goldening this is going to make it that much better. Titania also pumped up by the candy of it all. Let's just cycle through her for now, and then I could grab Oberon. I could also double and double on a slot. Which this is actually my biggest slot for some reason. I'm going to double and double this slot, because the Big Bad Wolf should always be able to hunt. I'm not going to worry about Oberon. We're gonna find plenty of treasures this game if the game goes on long enough, I do believe. Angelica getting to hunt seemed like the most important thing, and passing on 500 stats into the next shop also seemed pretty cool. We're gonna pick up a trio of secret rare treasures there. I don't want any of these, so we are just going to shrink T, and now I will put the Angelica buff onto Angelica. Sounds good to me. Double the stats of my bronze characters is always really good, and I will also take a pump on my for my hunts. That seems good as well. I'm just going to pump up the front row by a little bit. It's not doing too much, but this buff on Angelica just seems really good and fun. And then, sure, let's greed with Wonderbox. It's going to give everything Treasure Hoard 1. Papa Bear also seemed cute here too, but I don't know, maybe we'll wind up True Love's Kissing this board soon. This opponent is actually not going to go down without a fight. We have a large opponent here. We actually do lose. We only lose half a heart, which is a pretty good result from a fight like that. And we are now pumping up my shop next turn, of course. But we're going to double pump because we've got bronze characters here. So now I could grab Papa Bear. Now I could see grabbing a 10,000 attack and health Papa Bear. That seems pretty good to me. I also do like the Angelica, but the Papa Bear also pumps up the Angelica, and actually even more because it's a candy Papa Bear. It's going to pump up all of my slots plus 13, plus 13. Blackbeard's Parrot could be similar. It would give Angelica Hunt, give my slot plus 12, plus 12. I can do better than that. I would actually love to keep all of these cards as bronze, so that way we can find more things to Angelica puff. And you can see Jasmine Dragon might need to be on its way out soon. We are going to get one more fight here, at least with Angelica, and another 10,000 thing going into the board next turn. So maybe that will replace this Jasmine Dragon. We could replace that with the Blackbeard's Parrot, which will scale it up. I mean, Sugar Plum Fairy also pretty good. It seems like plus 10 is pretty low priority though at this point in the game. Blessing of Athena also pumps up Angelica, and then I could delay this decision by a moment. Oh, and it also pumps up the Wizard of Oz. Oh, I forgot how good spells are. Spells, every spell that I cast is, every targeted spell at least, is an additional plus 55 on Angelica, which obviously goes a long way. Oberon looks big here, which is interesting because I would have assumed that I wanted to take a bronze card. We could also go for 3 wrappers full. Oh yeah, that will give me 2 more shops. Let's definitely do that then. We want to grab a sweet cutlass, and then we'll also take the sweet magic acorn and the cursed ring. Now we can move this back to here. Over the rainbow is fantastic. We can finish off with an abracadabra and maybe get another over the rainbow or a true love's kiss or just a eureka and 5 more shops. That sounds good to me. Okay, we are definitely showing off a good game here with Sensei. This at this much stats is really good and fun. Robin with all of these stats also feels pretty fantastic, so I'm gonna have to make a choice at some point. I'm gonna delay that choice just a little bit longer though and continue to pump up my board. Let's go for this, and oh, Karma Chameleon. I do think that that is one that I actually really appreciate. Do I want to toss Jasmine Dragon? Do I want to toss the Big Bad Wolf? No, on both of those, no. I also don't want to toss the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to pick up this Karma Chameleon, though, because that is just too much fun. There's also a chance that we need it. I mean, if we need it, we're probably not in a great spot, to be honest. Let's go for this. And let's do this. Not really doing Goldilocks stuff, so I'll cycle here. Another over the rainbow for when Angelica hunts next turn, and then we can give a slot a few more stats. Let's try to make Angelica hunt again. Oh, that pumps up all of my slots. That's right, that's right. And a cinnamon roll, and then a Jabberwocky just for the treasure. Oh, but this will consume an over the rainbow, right? I do have one of those floating. Yeah, so let's finish off with a spell here. Just a little lightning bolts. And this will be potentially the final fight. This might not actually be the final fight. If we lose, then it's not the final fight, and it does look like we are going to win, though. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get through this Karma Chameleon, even with a bunch of scam, which it doesn't even seem like they have. It turns into a doppelganger, which is just fantastic, and that will finish us here. A pretty good game for Sensei, I think, and so I did record one video with Sensei previously, and I've played a few other games with him just like on my phone and stuff, but what I found was that when I was playing with him, I was getting distracted by this plus 17 attack, and it's a really fun and powerful mini game to concentrate on early in the game, but at some point, as you'll notice, I flipped a switch and I completely forgot about it, which is how I think you're actually supposed to play this captain. Despite the improve this ability by +1 attack feeling enticing, what you really want to be doing with Sensei is using the early game tempo to get you to a comfortable enough position that you can start pursuing various high rolls, and maybe you can turn everything into candy and do some crazy stuff and grab every secret rare treasure because you have enough early game tempo. For today, that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.